Shortstop Willie Adames is next. Let's go, Giants fans. You guys are commuting back home. We're in Scottsdale Stadium looking at the sunrise, and here he is. Well, hello, Willie, Murph, and Markus. Thanks for coming up, man.
Willie, what's
How
up,
you
brother?
doing?
I'm living. I'm doing great. I mean, obviously, happy to be back on the field. After a few days of the off season, you start missing the field right away. So, when January comes, it's like, man, I just want to go back to the field. And, it feels really good to be back with the boys and the whole team. And, just to be back on the field, it's just, it's fun.
And now it's a familiar place that you're coming back to. Last year, a lot of new first experience here at spring training, your first full season with the Giants. How's it feeling different this year coming in, knowing the lay of the land, knowing the guys, and being one of the leaders now in the clubhouse?
Yeah, it feels amazing. I mean, like you say, it's more comfortable now. Feel like, it feels like home now, like I come around and everybody, I know everybody. I know like all the faces. Even though we have a lot of new people this year, it feels great, like you walk around and like you know where to go, you know where to put your stuff, where to look for something. Like it feels good to be like that, I mean, obviously last year it was fun, but this year is different. It's more comfortable now. It's just how it goes, like when you in a place for a long time, it feels like home.
I like that. Feels like home. Willie Adames, the voice you hear on the UMA guest line, as the Murph Markus show rolls on from Scottsdale Stadium. A lot to get to with you in this short time here, starting with your new manager. So he's from the college ranks, and man, oh man, we're like, whoa, Buster made a big move. So tell us about it. When did you hear the news? I don't know if you talked to Buster or Zach before then, or Greg Johnson or any of these people, and then tell us getting to know Tony, what it's been like.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, I found out Buster texted me when everything was done, and then I texted Tony right away. We talked, and it was fun. I mean, he's been amazing. He has a lot of energy. He's got a great personality. He likes to see the group together. Like he loves to work. He's bringing that energy every day, and I think he's going to be really good for us this year. I mean. So far, what I've seen so far, he's just always pushing the guys to, hey, I want you to be better. We could do this to be better. We got to continue to do this to be better. And, that's something that I think we were missing. And I was happy to have him here. And I know he's going to help a lot of us to be better this year.
Well, Tony didn't just send you a text. He hopped on a plane to come see you down in the DR. Then he convinced you to go out to South Korea to hang out with Jung-Hoo Lee. What were those travel adventures like with Tony
Yeah,
Vitello?
I mean, but that was like a few months after he got, hired by, Buster, that he went to the Dominican. But that was really nice of him, that says a lot about him, that, he's taking a plane to get to know me and, like, the boys. It was great to have him in the Dominican, and then we had a fun time in Korea. that was really cool. That was one of the best experiences that I had in my life, and just to have him there, just to share some time with him and to have some fun with him, to get to know him a little better. I think it was great, and even for Jung-Hoo too, to get to see him, to get to hang out with him, and get to know him a little bit better. I think it was really good.
Yeah, you and Jung-Hoo now have a deeper bond, right?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, that's why I wanted to go there. Just to make him feel like how we really feel about him. Like we care about him. We want him to be who he is, a superstar. We want him to do great.
How's your Korean?
Well, I got like 5 words.
That's 5 more than me and Markus.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But, Willie, it seems like you really built a bond, not just with Jung-Hoo Lee, but your entire teammates last year. And they awarded you with the Willie Mack Award. What was that like being recognized by your teammates for being such a positive kind of light in the clubhouse?
Yeah, that was amazing. That was really special. Obviously, when you get an award from your teammates, that's what you want. You want your boys to to see you that way, to respect you that way, and obviously, that's always been my goal, just to be the best teammate I can be, and to help all the the most guys I can help, and yeah, I mean, it was really special. Obviously, that award means a lot for for this organization, and for me to get that the first year, I think it was amazing.
Well, you did it again, 160 games. I mean, you're probably mad that it wasn't one. I don't know. You tell me. 160. Go ahead.
I was kind of pissed.
Tell us about that.
Nah, I mean, obviously, it's always that's always been my priority. I want to play as much games as I can, and I haven't done 162 yet, so I'm still a little mad about it. But last year, there were some situations that we were taking care of, like when Baumel gave me the first off day, it was a tough like few weeks for me, and he wanted to give me a break for my mind to to get back on track and kind of work. I don't like to be off the field, but sometimes uh, you when you having a tough time, you need some time to relax. And I really appreciated that from him. And then the other game that I missed, I was dealing with some oblique stuff, so I didn't want to miss a week, so we took a day off. I was mad though, but you can't argue with the trainers. Sometimes they be mad at you. They just want to keep us on the field.
Well, there was only one guy in baseball that played 163 games last year, your teammate Rafael Devers. Now, you both ended the season with over 30 home runs. He had 20 here in San Francisco, 15 with the Boston Red Sox last year. What do you think that lineup's going to look like this year? How big of an addition? How much better do you guys think you're going to be having a full season with Rafael Devers in that lineup?
I mean, man, he's one of the best players in the game, one of the best hitters in the game. I think that says a lot, and I think this year the lineup, the way that it's structured, is way better. It's way more beneficial for the team. I think we're going to be in a way better spot than what people are expecting, and that's okay because we don't like expectations. But I mean, having him for a full year is gonna be special to watch that. I'm gonna buy some popcorn because I'm gonna be watching a lot of homers from probably on deck or if I'm on base. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun to have him the full year, and then now adding a Rise, that's gonna be a special piece for us too.
In fact, Luis Ariz is due to visit us right after you. So maybe, I don't know, have you guys talked with Tony about where you want to hit in the lineup? What's your preference?
No, we haven't talked about it. I don't really like to, it's just like I'm here to play,
Yeah, just wherever.
Just whatever. I just want to.
They say.
I just want to get some RBIs.
There's the old line, don't call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner. Right? Whatever. Something like that. I don't know. Hey, Marcus mentioned the 30 homer mark. Did you know what a big deal that was for San Francisco Giants?
I kind of I kind of knew, but I didn't know it was gonna be like that.
You're Barry Bonds, man.
No, I wish, but no. I mean, after it happened, that's when I realized, and I was like, man, it is such a big deal. I mean,
not an easy park to homer in, right?
No, of course,
right.
But I think it's always. I mean, it's all about mindset. I think it's all about how you see things. How you manifest things. I mean, I think for me, it was just like. Even before I started playing there, I was like, I'm gonna hit 30. I don't really care like what people say. That's what I do. And obviously it was a tough road to get to it. It was a tough year, but we ended up doing it. And and that's what I said. Like, but Barry played there. And he 2,000 homers. So it's not like the ball doesn't go out.
Right.
It does. You just gotta have the right mindset.
Yep.
Willie, last question for me, switching from offense to defense. We're both fascinated with Ron Washington, what he's able to do as a defensive guru. What's that been like for you just in the few weeks that you've had here working at spring training to be around Ron Washington?
It's been amazing. It's been a lot of work, and we love that. He's been pushing everybody to get better. I think he's going to be really special for us to help us to be way better. And obviously, like you said, he's the guru of the defense. He's going to help everybody. He's going to make sure that everybody is in the best spot that they can be. And, so far he's been doing that here in spring training. He's been pushing everybody, bringing everybody out. Let's work. We got to get work. We got to get to work. We got to do this. We got to do that. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing to see how much energy he has. He's always pushing the guys to hey, we got to take ground balls, man. We there for 30 minutes, straight taking ground balls. And I'm like, this guy, he doesn't run out of energy, never. But it's been special to watch him.
I mean, it's a really interesting thing because you're a big leaguer. You're a great shortstop. You've accomplished so much in the game, and yet he's here to try to make you better. And you're like, but I think I know how to play shortstop. What? Literally, what do you guys talk about? Are you just reinforcing fundamentals? Is he teaching you new ways to move your feet? Is he teaching you new ways to approach ground balls? Like, what are you guys going over?
I think like he told me, this is why he said the first thing he said is like, look, I know that you know how to play ball. I watched you. I know how you do play shortstop the right way. I'm just here to add some seasoning, I guess. Some little pieces that I think it can make you better. And it's just like small stuff, but they're gonna be they're gonna help me a lot to be better at the field. I mean, he's made his infields in all the teams that he's been part of like amazing. So like I want to be amazing. I want to be great. I just not want to be good. I want to be great. So I know he's gonna take me to the next level, and that's what I want.
Last year, you got to spend an entire season playing next to Matt Chapman. He's a platinum Gold Glover. But a few new guys over on the right side of the infield. I know you got to work with Rafael Devers and Bryce Hill just a little bit towards the end of the year, but you'll have a new dance partner up the middle with Luis Ariz. Just overall team defense on the infield. How are you looking at it going into the season?
I think we're gonna be amazing. Like you say, man. Having Chappie on that side is like you don't even have to worry about it. And now having Ron here, I think he's gonna help Rafi and Arias, he's doing back the transition back to play second base. So I think it's gonna be amazing to see the work and to see the work ethic that he has, and that he's gonna implement that to the guys, and he's gonna pass that along for them to create their own work ethic, to create their own routine, and their own mindset of like we have to be better. And it's gonna be like really interesting to see that. Obviously, having Rafi to play first base for a full season, the first time of his career, and he wants to be better. Luis Suarez, he wants to be better. He wants to prove that he can play second base, and Rafi wants to prove that he's good at first baseman. So when you have people trying to prove that they're really good at something, that's great.
Yeah.
You want to be in that spot because that's going to make you to work to be better every day, and that's what you want.
Does Luis know where you want it on the?
No, I told
the
him don't
4-6?
worry about it.
Okay.
Just throw it there. I'll be there. I'll make it happen.
Took something off his plate.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
don't worry
Just don't
about
worry about it. I try to make it easy for him. Just throw the ball. I'll catch it.
Check. We've got that off the list then. All right, good. I know there's so much you got to get going, photo day and all that good stuff. But one of the interesting things Tony V has said to us is when he was at Tennessee, they had conflict. They would come into it and they'd get into it with other teams a little bit. Like Tony said, we don't want to be liked. We want to be uncomfortable. We want people to see the Giants on the schedule, and it's an uncomfortable visit. And one of the things we joked about on our show was, well, how's Willie going to do? Because Willie loves everybody. So how are you going to love everybody and still be uncomfortable with the other team?
Well, when we have to go at it, we have to go at it. I mean, I've done that before.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, you got out of the dugout last year.
I know, I've done
Yeah.
it before. I mean, obviously, when we between the lines, it's just like I'm having my teammates back. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. I'm defending my boys. I have their back. I don't care. Yeah, I have a lot of friends, but that doesn't mean that if we have to go at it, I'm not gonna go. We're not. We like you say. I love that mentality.
Yeah.
You gotta go hard on the other people, and I play with managers that want that before. So I like that little edge.
Okay.
I like that to have that mentality because that's when you play the best.
Fun answer.
There haven't
I like
been any conversations with Buster Posey about banning pregame hugs or anything like that?
I feel like I had the something related to that 40 times this spring training, but no, we haven't had the conversations like that. He just he likes to be he wants us to be focused.
Mm-hmm.
He wants us to be intense on the field. He wants us to to play hard, and that's what we're gonna do this year.
Well, Willie, wrapping it up here, man. I mean, you mentioned we don't like expectations. That's fine. Because obviously the freaking Dodgers, it's whatever. It is what it is, right? They got Shohei Ohtani, right? But here are the Giants. And your owner was just recently interviewed. He was at a golf tournament. Greg Johnson said he paused for a long time before he answered. And then he said, baseball is baseball. We can beat them. That's what your owner said. So what's your message to the fans out there about, okay, the Dodgers are back-to-back World Series champs. They're in our division. We're going to play them. You're going to play them in September. Could be something. What's the message?
No, to support us. We're gonna go there and we're gonna beat everybody who's on the other side. We don't care who's there. We don't care the color of the jersey that the opponent has. So, we're not seeing anybody, better than us, So we're just gonna go out there with confident that we can beat anybody, and let baseball be baseball. Like Red said, it's baseball. Anything can happen. So, we're gonna go with the mindset that we're gonna be able to beat anybody who's on the other side, and that's what we're gonna try to do.
Well, congrats, man. Listen, you came with a huge contract, some expectations. You started maybe not the way you wanted, and look at the way you finished, man. 30 home runs and the Willie Mack Award, and fans, I think, really enjoyed watching you play.
Thank you,
I think I
thank
can
you.
speak to that for
Thank
sure.
you. Appreciate
And there's
it.
fans listening right now. They love these shows, and they can't wait to watch you play baseball this summer.
I know. I can't wait to be out there, man. I'm looking forward for that.
Well, thank you for joining Murph and Markus.
Thank you for having me here.
Willie Adames, everybody. Okay, Luis Ariz punted, so Bryce Eldridge in about 15 minutes as we roll on from Scottsdale Stadium with the Sports Leader.
Time for your Bay Area Chevy dealers traffic update.